So I just got 2 plants in the mail, which I have wanted for a very long time. And my wanting of these plants, to be honest, is more out of curiosity than anything else. One of these plants is a manjula pothos, which I have spoken about on this channel, about how it feels like this is the same plant as the enjoy pothos, and this is my enjoy pothos, which I absolutely love. I think it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous plant. So I have always wanted to know what the difference is between the enjoy pothos and the manjula pothos, and even now, as I've bought this plant, and this plant is in this box, even as I bought it, I feel like I bought the same plant, honestly speaking, but you really can't get manjula pothos. Like I really have not seen up to this point. I've seen out of stock, like a store that perhaps sold at a point that it was out of stock now, but it's a very difficult to get plant in South Africa, and it's one that I've even thought about importing. That's how like I wanted to see this whole thing. And it is a hot plant, so it is a hot plant, so like even in selling plants, it is a great plant to get to add to one's stock. So yeah, I feel like that was a major justification for this purchase. But the main thing is that finally I want to answer the question about whether there is a difference between a manjula pothos and an enjoy pothos, or whether they're the same. But also, perhaps the person who sold it to me had an enjoy pothos that they called a manjula pothos, and so perhaps they just scammed me. So there really are a lot of questions that are going to be answered today. Hello, my name is Palisa. Welcome to Plants and Things. I talk about plants and things. So anyway, it is time to reveal what is actually happening. The other plant I bought is also another hard to get plant. Also a plant that I think would be good to have in one's like plants that one is selling, because it's a pretty hot plant, I'm assuming. I think it is a hot plant. It's a philodendron cream splash. I'll put in the proper name if that is not the proper name. But yes, that's the other plant that I bought, which is similar. It's not, I definitely can tell the difference between a philodendron cream splash and a philodendron Brazil, but I think that's the closest one to it. And I am not a fan of the philodendron Brazil. I think it's very like, oh, okay. Like, oh, okay. You know, it's beautiful because God made it, and God made, you know, but I'm like, okay, you know, it's not to my taste. So it's not a plant that I've ever wanted, but I really, really, really have wanted the philodendron cream splash for such a long time. So both of these plants have been gotten randomly. I just found it on this other like plant marketplace situation. So I'm going to be opening these plants. And these are the little packages. They were smaller plants. Let me be honest. They were smaller plants. Okay. I feel like I'm underwhelmed with this one from the pictures. I feel like this one might be, it looks a lot like the philodendron Brazil, which I'm like, I hope it was not sold a philodendron. This definitely looks very different to how it looks in pictures. So I don't know whether it's me. I'll do a whole close-up. I don't know whether it's me. This is... I want to say something about this wrapping, but I know that I've wrapped some plants in like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I'm just like, you're wrapped and you're safe, and that's good to go. And this plant was wrapped and was safe, and it did arrive in a safe condition. I really want to do a like differentiation, like a close-up between this one and a philodendron Brazil, because I feel like once I see them side by side, then I'll be like, okay, no, you guys are completely different things. But I think it is suspect of me that I'm very like, the philodendron Brazil was very mad to me, and then I was like, this one. So I am underwhelmed. I am a bit underwhelmed, but I think it can grow on me. I think it'll grow on me. I definitely can be seeing some. Okay, I'll leave that. I'll leave that to that. Let's do the main star of the show. The main reason for this package. Ooh, I feel like this is definitely an enjoy pothos. I feel like I've been scammed. Okay, maybe I'm speaking too soon. Yeesh. The wrapping is... Are these different? Are these plants actually different to the plants that I have? Okay, I'm gonna do... No, it's me. These plants do look different. Slightly so, but they definitely do look different. Okay. But then I see other leaves and then I'm like, are they different? This has opened the investigation wider for me because I'm like, are they different? But these leaves, I don't want to like pick a leaf. Okay, I think I do have, let me find one of them. I think I do have a smaller Enjoy pothos to do a comparison. I actually should have brought it out to begin with. This shelf is full. It's like, every time I have to come here, I'm like, it's a lot. Okay, here is a smaller plant. Huh. I think these are the same plant. These feel like the same plant to me, even as the big difference is the shape of the leaves. I think the shape of the leaves is different. This does have a peculiar shape that's different. It is a different shape. And the white of this plant is much whiter, but then there's this like new little one that also is quite white. So I feel like time will tell, because besides the leaf shape, I feel like these two are so similar. I feel like I'm more confused now than when I started, I think I'm more confused. I think I am more confused. Like, when I look at it in a particular angle, I feel like, okay, yes, two different plants. Then I see it in a different angle, then I'm like, this is the same plant. So I'm more confused. But these plants are very similar. So okay, but there is a slight difference. I don't know whether I'm trying to convince myself that there is actually a difference, but I think there is a difference. There is a difference in the shape. It's the shape. I'm just going to put it to the shape, and then I think I need to do in 3 months' time, a thought about it and see as it grows, what happens, because right now I am confused. This is like when I had a Monstera at Insomnia and a Monstera Lerina, I think you say it. I'll put the name. And those are very similar. So these plants are very, very similar to each other. But I think my main confusion is that the shape of the leaf is different. And this one is more white. The Enjoy pothos is more white. But then you see other leaves where the Enjoy pothos itself has cream white patches, and this one I'm like, okay, this one just has cream, but then it also has this leaf that also has white. So I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't know. Let me know if you see a difference, because I really am genuine. I'm 62% okay, yes, these are different plants. 62%. Okay. In fact, I'm going to take it to 57%. 57% convinced that these are different plants. And I'm convinced this plant is going to grow on me. I think maybe once we take it out of the little, I think things might improve, and we put it in new planters. I think things will definitely improve. But well, welcome these plants to the family. I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words, but I think I would have been curious for a very long, okay, I was curious for a very long time about these plants, and I still am curious, and I'm like, I actually want to see how these plants grow, and whether we're going to see more like definitive features. Maybe it's a lighting issue. I don't like, and I want to read up more about these here plants and also repot them, make them look prettier. I think I'm going to put them in some like little terracotta pots to see. But yeah, these are the new plants. These are the new plants that I got, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, I am definitely lost for words. That is my final conclusion about the story. I'm definitely lost for words. I definitely want to see how they grow as they progress. I'm excited to see that. This one is already growing on me. No lies. This one's already growing on me. It's going to grow in my bathroom. And it definitely is going in a terracotta and like going to get some prime spot in my bathroom. I'm excited for it. Okay, this one's growing on me. Maybe, this one is growing on me. I wonder whether I should, I know I said that I find the Philodendron Brazil very, meh. But I think it would be really cool if the two of them, because they're more distinct than these two, for sure. But I think if these, like a philodendron, if I just like got a cutting of a Philodendron Brazil and the two of them just grew together in this little pot, I think that would be cool. So I think that is something that I would like to do, like just get a little like cutting, and and then I think that'll be cool. And I just don't even know anyone who has a Philodendron Brazil for me to ask for a cutting from. To clarify, for me to ask for a cutting from. But they also are super affordable plants. So I am excited for this one. I'm excited to see. I'm still curious. Question has not been answered for me. 57%. And basically I'm on the fence about whether the two plants, firstly, whether the Android pothos and the manjula pothos are truly different plants, or that in itself is not like a scam, shall I say? Okay, no, I'm sure it's not. I have seen leaves. It's not a scam. Or whether, I actually don't know. I have many questions. I have more questions after opening this box than I had before about these plants. But glad to have opened the box. Glad to have all these more questions. I am excited to repot this because there's a lot going on here with the wrapping. But the plants did arrive safe, so which is the main point of wrapping plants and taking them. They are a wee bit dry, which happens when you do post plants. But they arrived safe and sound. They're still alive, and yeah, we'll see how they grow and we'll see how they do. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.